Tony, the life cycle assessment suggests that Yarra Valley Water should link to its stakeholders quite closely. Yep. Who are these stakeholders for Yarra Valley?
Well, let me separate those two questions because I don't think they're directly linked. But the life cycle assessment was critically important to us first, and we, as I mentioned to you before, we did play a little bit with the natural step, and that was very useful for us at one stage. But the life cycle assessment again gave us the quantification that we were really looking for. So it enabled us to compare one possibility with another in a quantitative way. And it enabled the environment to come to the board table or the executive team table on an equal footing with net present value analysis, which is what most businesses use to help them with decision making. So it was very, very important to help us, work out what was best for the environment, how we could reduce our impact, and what was the best route to take. And in the analysis, we quickly zeroed in on, greenhouse gas was a big deal for us, nutrient discharges, extraction of water from rivers. These were the key factors that dominated every life cycle assessment that we undertook. We don't do it so much anymore, to go through the analysis, because it keeps coming back with those same answers. But it was very, very important to us in our development and understanding of our impacts on the environment. Stakeholders, we've recognised that Yarra Valley Water, as most organisations should, that we can't operate in isolation, that we can magnify our effectiveness by working with third parties. Everything we do affects third parties. So when we're wanting to build a stormwater recycling plant at Calcallo, for instance, clearly it's going to affect the local community up there. The council's going to be interested because they've got to give their approvals. The developers that are affected by that, who are building all the new suburbs up there, will have a stake in that as well. The government will have a stake in that because they're encouraging us to undertake these sort of projects. The health regulators and the EPA are vitally interested as well. So we have a lot of people to include in the decision making. We do say that our engagement with these people is not about finding lowest common denominator outcomes. That's certainly not what we're about. What we're trying to discover in those interactions is innovation. There is a danger in those sort of interactions that you do gravitate down to some lowest common denominator that suits everybody, but that'll never give you innovation. So it becomes a major challenge. But what we do find is the stakeholders we deal with value the fact that we are trying new things, that we're pushing the boundaries, and quite often, they're keen to come along for the ride, but on the proviso that whatever we create serves their purpose as well. So we do end up with mutual, benefits, if you like, which again is not always easy to achieve, but we always set out to achieve that at the very least. So stakeholders are critically important. We can't be successful without them, and we can magnify our effectiveness with them. And the key part of our strategy is it says something like, we will work with third parties, but we'll also try and create innovations for mutual benefit, but also to encourage others to do the same thing. So if we're achieving innovation, we're very keen to share that with other water utilities or anybody that's interested. If they're interested enough to adopt the same outcome, great. In that process, we might learn something from them as well. And we're not shy to pick up other people's innovations, because at the end of the day, we just want to do a better job for our customers, the environment, and our shareholder.